Hello, and welcome to Final Show Film. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I want to thank you all for tuning in to watch. Particularly, I want to thank all of you that support us, both here on Twitch and on Patreon, and our $25 tier supporters more specifically. Those being Rowan Parker, Trevian Alexander, Samantha Bates, Cat Waterflame, and Elle. Thank you all very much for supporting us financially in things that we do, because without you, we wouldn't be doing it. So, thank you very much, and for those watching, please sit back, relax, enjoy. And we're live! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Star Wars Twilight Nights, the game in which I forget until the last minute to clear the Destiny pool. I'm John.
Didn't you clear at the end of last game?
You did it at the end of last week.
Well, I forgot until the last minute that I did it last time. I'm John, your game master for the evening. Joining me this week with outdated art, because I haven't updated Nereus' art yet.
Terrible.
Jack.
Hi, my name's Jack. I don't have outdated art, and I'm playing Jash, the Chiss Guardian, Sorcerer Defender Protector.
You also have outdated art because this person still has both arms.
No, okay. The art, however, is not outdated. It's not accurate, but it's current.
And Mara.
And I'm a roll a Destiny point and see what we're starting off here. Yes, one dark side. He continues his path.
Oh god.
Gonna murder all you fuckers.
Mara.
Hi, don't do that. I'm
Or
Mara.
do.
Don't. I would vote for don't personally. It's just me. I'm playing Nereus. There we go. Droid consular. Droid. Here we go.
Droid consular
droid.
I couldn't think of the last. I know there were 3 because I know that cadence, and I don't know what the last one. Niman disciple, healer, something. Anyway, Destiny. Here we go. 2.
Starting off strong.
Doing well.
Yeah.
If you put those 3 dots together, it looks kind of like an Imperial shuttle. And also, Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I believe if occasionally you just got to kill some motherfuckers. But I am playing SD, a Zoltron Shadow. And let's see if I can get us on the light side like I would it last time. Nope.
Off to a
That's another dark side point.
Strong start with 4 dark sides so far. And also with us is Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. Murder is my way of life, and I am playing Avazia. She's a pureblood Sith Geo Berserker.
And also,
Come on. Yes, keep it going.
God.
that's 5. Also joining us is William.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm William. I'm playing Corsarath, the Sith pureblood Makashi duelist, and as an aside to a conversation we had before the game started, I will never let you forget that apparently Vader learned about the Death Star project the year after he visited its construction site.
That
Look.
definitely tracks for Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin was not the quickest on the uptake.
No one has ever claimed that Anakin was smart.
we are not going to claim that Anakin
I'm just
Skywalker
looking at
was
this
the
Death Star
brightest
timeline,
lightsaber.
and it's 19 BBY. Palpatine and Vader visit the construction site of the Death Star. 18 BBY. Vader learns of the Death Star project.
There are certain things Anakin
That's
Skywalker is
amazing.
not. Perceptive, smart, smooth.
Like-
Rolling Destiny.
Appreciative.
I am our one ray of hope.
God damn it. Mm.
Appreciative
good.
of
That
sand.
makes
The best thing about having one light side and 5 dark side is Jeremy's just going to spend the light side on some stupid bullshit.
Hey, I have spent that point on legitimate things. Selfishly, but they were still for legitimate things.
Let's see what sort of bullshit we get up to.
And when-
I can't wait.
Excuse me as I pour a drink.
When last we left off. In an effort to go around the war cult of machines, or the war machine cult, the Twilight Knights decided that their best course of action will be to take the fight to the Ravagers, the seemingly wealthy individuals from above that come down to the upper spires of Nar Shaddaa for a bit of sport hunting. And by sport hunting, we mean hunting and killing evokai, a slave race that have been over hundreds of years socially beaten into submissiveness so much that it's bred into them.
Now I remember where we left off.
Yes.
Turret.
In the bad place.
And after giving an evokai a gun,
Excuse you. He has a name. It's 102.
yes, after giving 102 a gun, 102
2 guns.
Well, 102 already had a gun. Now he has 2.
Now he has 3.
Now he has 3.
I gave him my pistol too.
Right. Now he has 3. He has 3.
Ho ho ho.
3 guns.
now I have a machine gun.
Um,
It's a Christmas movie, is what we're trying to say.
Yes.
after giving him 102 3 guns, two more guns. 102 decided to go be something that would attract the attention of the hunters that they seek. While the rest of the Twilight Knights remained underneath the landing platform, the impromptu landing platform that had been marked out, and took over the defensive turrets that were placed there, hopefully setting them to only kill the bad guys and not them or the ship.
In theory.
After waiting for a little while, there was a quick, rapid-fire report of blaster fire, which was then followed by an explosion. And dipping their heads out, they saw that the top of one of the nearby towers was cratered by something, smoking fire, etc. And an incoming Sith Imperial transport heading for the landing pad.
Important to note, was I able to see that from my spot hiding
Nope.
underneath the landing? Okay.
Not yet.
I just heard explosions.
You just heard gunfire and explosions, and then I think Jash looked up over the edge.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Jash took a peeper.
So SC like hangs on with one hand just to sort of lean over and shrug.
So Jash, you duck back down after having seen what you
Right.
saw.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we've got incoming Imperial presence.
Huh. Although I probably can't communicate as far away as I am.
We've got communicators.
Still, huh.
Yeah, you literally have a communicator.
Oh, that's right. So yes, huh.
My guess is they maybe ran afoul of the Reavers, who decided to try and warn them off with a bit of aggressive activity and got the shit blown out of them for their trouble.
Are they landing in the same spot that
Looks
we were
like it.
landing before? Okay. I'll let you know when I'm inside.
We're probably going to need to turn the turrets on and operate them manually if you want to make use of them. I doubt they have the same transponders.
As the ship approaches, the turrets activate.
Oh, never mind then.
And begin their standard defensive sweep. I'm just grabbing some things here.
Standard defensive sweep that we reprogrammed them to do kind of standard defensive sweep, or is this different.
This is the defensive sweep that happens whenever they're activated.
Okay.
Which is they begin scanning the exterior of the platform for any incoming hostiles. Which, now that you think about it, Josh, means they're pointed the wrong way.
Yeah. Because we were. Yes, we might need to try and do this manually, which you said we could probably do via computers.
Yeah,
right?
You could also probably like redirect their scanning range. You just hadn't done that yet. You've
Okay.
You've reprogrammed their IFF. You have not
Okay.
redirected their scan, like their scan direction or like their what they're doing.
Okay. He'd
Doing
like to
that-
get started on that then.
Doing it right now might be a bad plan. You might want to wait until they start getting out of the ship, so they're not suspicious.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, I'll get started, but we won't push the button yet, as it were.
as it stands right now, they're going to have to walk past the turrets before they start shooting them. Oh. So you all hear, because some of you are keeping your eyes out above, which is probably smart. You all hear the impact and off-gassing of a ship landing on the platform. You hear the sound of metal groaning and straining as this what was not originally meant to be a landing platform accepts the weight of a ship. There's a slight buckling and bending of the platform underneath, but ultimately nothing breaks loose, though you do visibly notice the strain on the platform.
Okay.
The ship has touched down. You hear the of atmosphere loosening as some sort of ramp likely is being lowered.
As soon as you start
Josh-
hearing boots on the ground.
I was gonna say,
turn
Josh
turrets
is gonna listen for boots and then start hitting those turrets.
Jeremy?
I was good. Can anybody tell me what we're seeing? What's going on up there?
We don't really have any way to get visual from down here, right?
Not-
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, not unless you turn the turrets around.
Right. Mhm.
And even that's just sort of like the sensor reading. It's not like a video feed.
Right. It's not like a full video feed. So Josh is just holding up a hand where, like, in that sort of wait kind of thing, where as they can see it.
You hear the sounds of some sort of mechanized individuals moving off the ship.
Okay. Yep. Time to hit those turrets.
Can I get I don't know, some roll to recognize what's exiting the ship based on
Yeah, warfare roll, difficulty 3.
Okay. Well, it might happen. I'll spend a lot. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, you want to spend that
No,
light
that's
side
fine.
point.
Some sort of mechanized infantry. You have no idea specifically what.
Okay. I would like to use that advantage to give the next. I believe I can give the next person a boost. Yes.
And Josh would like
Literally
to start
nothing else I can do with
start altering the scanning arc of those turrets.
All right. Go ahead and make a computer's roll, difficulty 2.
Okay.
Sorry, Jeremy, what were you doing again?
I'm using my one advantage I got
Mhm.
to give the next allied character a boost on
Okay,
the roll.
There you go. There you go.
I'll take the boost. Why not? Fuck.
Wow.
Ooh,
The guns turn inward.
God.
Nah, it's a failure with 3 advantages.
No despair, just failures. Just 2 failures.
Mm-hmm.
It just means the guns are still pointing outward.
Yeah, they're still pointing outwards.
I mean, they'll still
You're
start
not-
if they're programmed right. They'll still start shooting when they pass them. So
Yeah, you're not able to you're not able to reset their scan.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there might be something in here, but it would be something you'd have to like sort of jury rig into the system to get them to do.
Okay.
You have to like go in there and invert what they consider to be what they're
their
geoscopic stabilizing is.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Which
Well,
would
he'll
turn
get
them
started
around,
on that when he can.
maybe also flip them upside down. You're not sure.
Right. Yep.
So if you want to try again, it'll be another computer's roll, difficulty 3 with a setback die.
Okay. We'll try, and I'll spend that light side point.
As the air around you grows imperceptibly but distinctly darker.
It's
And that's a
wash.
flat wash. I think we're stuck with these turrets as they are.
You're just sort of punching in.
Oh
and you
wait,
keep getting-
it didn't upgrade.
Well,
I
yeah, you have
didn't
to
click out.
you have to click the upgrade button and click out. Yeah.
No. Let's see if let's try this one more time.
Could I use?
There we go.
Hey.
Ah,
3
nice.
successes.
Yes, Mara?
Can I use? I don't know like what range we are down here.
We're
But could
currently
I use
medium
sense
range.
to see how many to try and get an idea of how many people are in that ship, coming off the ship, kind of what that layout is without looking?
You are currently in medium range. What's the
Okay.
range on your sense?
It's short range. Never mind. Okay.
Also, if what's coming off that ship is Jedi hunters, that would be a beacon.
It would.
So you're frantically typing, and you keep getting access denied, access denied, access denied. And after getting a little bit frustrated, Josh, you just sort of piece of shit, and just sort of smack the console.
Yes.
It goes beep beep beep. Access granted. And
Yeah.
It is full Armageddon. I don't want to be on this anymore.
That's very accurate for where Josh is at
it's
personally.
also very
so.
accurate for Star Wars, where if you hit the computers, they work better.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're watching the readout, and it just sort of flips over because you've sort of inverted the way they sort of orient everything. So they're not going to be firing as accurately or effectively as they would otherwise, but they are turning the opposite direction now.
Okay.
And the readout, as you're seeing, basically it doesn't give you any like
this way, they go this way.
yeah. It doesn't give you any like visual visual indication of what's being seen, but it does begin
Right.
sort of like scanning IFFs and identifying
Right, and it's like
everything
ping,
as
ping, ping.
foes.
Right.
You do notice that it is ignoring what it is sort of designating, but then ignoring inorganic targets
Okay.
because you had set it to not hit anything that was inorganic. So
A
it wouldn't
machine.
shoot
Right.
the
Mhm.
ship.
Okay. All right. Is anything registering as organic up there?
Yes.
Okay.
So, there's a few
Sorry,
targets.
102.
And then you hear as these turrets just start unloading.
Mhm.
Presumably that would be your opportunity to go, Esty.
Yes. I am going and hoping that it does not register me as a target.
It was specifically flipped to the IFF to only shoot the IFF that had previously
Oh,
registered. so.
absolutely. But weird shit happens when you make it work by punching it.
Mhm.
So you open up the maintenance hatch, and you need to make an athletics check to get through it. I think it's athletics. I think that's the roll.
Yep. That's your general.
Yeah. So
Great.
athletics difficulty 2, because as you look up, what was a sort of a fairly clear path you could have shimmied through now is now slightly crooked because of the ship on top of it.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. And she was never seen again as she falls thousands of feet to her death.
So you climb up and you start getting through it, and you sort of like wiggling your way through, doing your best to belly dance your way up through this conduit. And as you do, and as the gunfire begins going off and things begin shifting, you feel the platform shift around you, and there's a pinch.
So this is how I die. Nice.
You're not being crushed, but you've run out of ability to maneuver. You're sort of stuck halfway up the conduit at the moment.
We have a problem with the plan.
What is the problem?
I am stuck.
Korsarath, Avasia, can one of you two get just a briefest visual so we can see what's happening up there? Because I'm only getting target pips.
I will take a look.
As you're watching the scanners, Josh, and as you see the sort of the return fire coming, 2 of the turrets disappear off your indicator.
Okay, yep. So we're down to half turrets.
Third, there were 6 turrets. There were 6 turrets.
Oh, there were 6 turrets. Sorry, I thought there were 4.
6 turrets total. 2 of them
There
are
are
now
2/3 left.
Yep.
So if anybody's taking a peek up, you can make a stealth check.
Avasia, I don't know if you're stealthier than I am.
Do they get any bonuses for
I
the
don't
fact
think
that
I am, but
the
let me
rest of
check.
them are heavily under fire?
I have 2 agility and no ranks in stealth.
Yeah,
Same.
I'll say you get a boost die.
Cool.
Josh volunteered you. I don't know. You didn't have to listen to him.
One boost die. You said difficulty what? 2?
Difficulty 2, stealth check with 1 boost die.
Nope.
Oh boy.
It's all right.
Avasia, go and try.
No, this is a matter of like whether they see me or not.
Oh crap! Never mind.
Yeah. So, of course, I'll go peek. Tink, 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 tink. You get all the way up, not thinking about the fact that you're just sort of like standing up straight on the ladder as you get all the way to the top. Realize your posture is probably not the best one. As you sort of look, so you do get eyes on the situation. There are
Comedy of errors.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
There were 5 Imperial troopers in sort of casual dress and an officer. They're dead now. The fight is now currently between a dozen battle droids and the turrets, and the battle droids are winning.
Because the turrets aren't seeing them as enemies.
Yeah. So you're sort of like, look up. Okay, humans dead. Cool, cool. Droids winning. Cool. 2 more turrets down. And then one of the droids looks over, sees you, and just fires.
Sees Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah, sees Mandalorian helmet and just fires.
It has difficulty
There's an upgrade on his...
because I am wearing the Beskargam,
Oh, yes.
and my range defense is 1.
1 second. Let me just...
You're fair ways away, aren't you, Este, from the rest of us?
Yep.
Shoot.
Este, are you able to cut your way free?
Maybe.
Could cut her way into free fall, you mean?
If you try,
That
please
is
be
a
careful.
potential concern. The problem being, I have no idea what's up. Well, no, that's not true. I'm halfway through. Never mind.
So their difficulty is upgraded 1. Difficulty 2.
And they get a setback from my defense.
Your defense. I'm gonna spend a dark side. Can.
You have
'Cause we
plenty
got
to spend.
plenty of that.
Miss me with that shit.
Really?
It's okay. He gets some strain back.
So yeah, the blast hits square on your helmet, Korsarath, and your neck sort of snaps back, but you don't really feel the impact as the blaster ricochets off that Beskargam helmet. It's like, ping, but they definitely know you're there.
I retreat down the ladder.
You come down, like, the rest of you are looking, you just see this bright red spot on Korsarath's forehead that is slowly cooling off.
All that's left are a bunch of battle droids who are aware of our presence now.
Great. How
Josh
far-
starts looking around the catwalk to see, like, is that ladder that Corsorath went up our only access to the upper?
There is a
level?
ladder on each of the 3 bridges.
Okay.
No, it's not the only one.
All right.
Can I cut myself through?
Yes, you can cut yourself free. You have your lightsaber. If you're
Okay.
agile enough, you can
I
cut
wasn't
yourself free
sure.
without
Yeah, I
falling.
wasn't sure if like my hands were in a position like
You're sort of like
saber on belt or
yeah,
whatever.
you're sort
Like,
of like
you know what I
one
mean?
hand stuck up here and the other hand stuck down by your hip. So, like, you can get your
Okay.
lightsaber.
And as far as assisting her, how far, like rage band wise, how far away is she from the rest of us? Like, if I move, can I get closer? How close can I get?
Without climbing out, similar to the way she did, like along the maintenance rails, you're at medium
Uh-huh.
range from her.
No, don't. They don't know I'm here yet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
point.
uh-huh.
Don't start running to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you would have to like monkey bars your way out to her.
Yep.
And you can't really see her. She's like fully up in the platform.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, we're down to our last 2 turrets, and they're probably not going to go very far because they're not shooting the droids. In fact, they're
Down to
gone.
our last 1 turret.
No, they're both gone now.
Okay. Well, at least the turrets won't be a problem for when we go up there.
Annoyed, I will start cutting myself free since there's probably no other way to do this.
It's gonna take you a little bit. When you begin cutting yourself free, go ahead and make me just for shits and giggles. Make me a
Attack roll with the lightsaber.
no. You don't need to attack the metal around you. You're currently entrapped by it.
I feel like this skill list, it would be a coordination check.
Yeah, give me a coordination check.
Why do you hate me?
I'm just saying what the rules would say it is.
Why do you hate
Coordination
me?
check to see about cutting yourself
You want to
free
use that light side point?
without
Yes, I do.
without
Okay.
falling.
Difficulty.
Difficulty 2.
Okay. To be fair, I do have 3 dice
Okay.
on this.
That's better
I'm
than it
just
could
not-
be.
I'm just not skilled in it. Okay.
All right. So yeah, it'll take you a little bit, but you will be able to get free without falling.
Good. That would be bad.
I was gonna say that's
You will not.
well spent point.
You're going to be free, not falling.
Good to know.
Tom Petty would be mad at you, sir.
Are you saying
Yeah.
Tom Petty would be heartbroken?
Not that mad.
So annoyed at you. Like, I have to deal with this once a week as it is.
That turret stops firing. Up we go.
I mean, all the turrets are no longer firing. Now,
Right,
now
yep.
the footsteps are coming towards that ladder that Corsair climbed up.
Good, they're not paying attention to me then.
There's another because we're like underneath. Is it a circular platform? Is there another way up?
Yeah, it's a circular. It's a
Not that
circular
way?
platform. There are 3 bridges. There's a ladder at each bridge.
Right.
Should we move and go up a different location if they're all headed to where Corsorath was?
Yeah, I like it.
Is Corsair still over there?
No, I'm right next to you now.
Oh, okay, good.
Josh is going to pick one of the other 2 at random and just start heading towards it as quick as he can.
All right. So you head.
I'm
Go ahead, Nereus.
I'm moving too
Right.
to get up.
Corsair Atharassia.
Yeah, we'll head there.
All right.
Yep.
So the group of you bolt towards a different ladder.
Yep.
You can sort of sense that they've gotten to that other ladder, and like just sort of a crowd of them standing there, sort of looking down, trying to see where Corsair went.
Right.
These are
Excellent.
all two-
Standard battle droid tactics.
2 maneuvers over to a different ladder.
Yep. Woo!
Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Whoop.
The thing I'm bad at. Oh, fuck. I keep putting difficulty in it. Don't forget to clear your difficulty, everybody.
Yeah.
That's why you're bad at it.
I mean, that's, yes, definitely one of the reasons.
Hey.
I'm assuming we are prepared.
I was about to say, because this is a fight that we were knowingly
Yes, you're all
getting
prepared
into.
for it. You're all prepared
Yep.
for it.
You can
Good,
delete
I
that
have-
first 0-0 if you want, John.
Show off.
Listen,
Look,
cool is based on your presence. That's what I'm made of.
cool people get to go first. It's just the way it works.
You're made of cool?
I mean, I've seen Corsorath. I would debate that.
Corsorath's made of edge, which kind of has some overlap of cool.
It has some overlap for sure.
Yeah. Depends on how hard you lean into each one, though.
I was saying that he's made of presence, but
They don't
y'all
have-
can go get fucked.
They don't have boost dice. Hang on. Let me reroll this. Birds are not very good for if they're prepared. They're much better if it's unexpected.
Yep, that's how Jash is too.
Funny thing about the initiative system in Fantasy Flight Star Wars.
All right. So PC slot first with a 4/4.
Who wants to go up first? Okay, Jash will
I
go.
mean, am I do? Will I? The question would be, am I doing anything other than cutting myself free?
You will be able to. So basically, as initiative starts, is when you are able to move again.
Okay.
You wanna head up there first then?
Yeah,
SE?
yeah. I will be sneaky then.
Cool.
Try and get in. I'm still on target. I'm still trying to get into that ship.
Awesome.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check then. Difficulty 2.
Okay. This is something I'm good at, so of course I will wash. 2. I didn't wash.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
You climb up. You see a crowd of about 5 battle droids standing over by one ladder looking down.
Mm-hmm.
You see a bunch of dead Imperials.
Mm-hmm.
You see a ship.
I'm sneaking my ass onto that.
Where are the
ship.
rest of the battle droids?
How many battle droids did I say there were earlier?
You said there were like a dozen. I was assuming it was like a mob unit.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Not a crowd of 5. I'm tired.
How
It
dare
happens.
you?
I should have taken I didn't take my second dose of Adderall. That's what happened. I forgot. ADHD gives me memory problems. Sorry. There's there are 5 battle droids over by the ladder, and then like sort of a crowd of another 7 just sort of mingling about in the middle, not sure what to do.
Okay. None of them are my problem at the moment, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
No, you got another job.
You
Make sure
slip-
this plane
you
doesn't
slip-
fly.
Into the Imperial transport.
Yep. And
As
my saber
soon-
is out. I am ready for whatever is inside.
As soon as you
I
get
am not ready.
inside, you see that this is not. While it looks like a standard Imperial transport on the outside, it's much more like a luxury yacht on the inside.
Fuck, there's someone important in here.
Actually, you're pretty sure there's someone important out there. As you sort of look back, you sort of look inside, look back at that dead officer out there.
Oh well, he's not my problem. I'm going to
And you
the,
re-
I'm going to the cockpit.
And you realize that's an admiral.
Good.
Well, that's good, and also
Yay.
is definitely going to draw some attention.
I just put my hand. I just go up to the communicators like, we're gonna want to keep that uniform on that officer, because that's a fucking admiral. Making my way to cockpit now.
Which would explain the large amount, the fairly large contingent of guards.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you leveled damage rating 50. You've leveled 6 damage rating 15 turrets, all designed to only shoot organics at them.
That uniform is not salvageable, is it?
Oh, that's why it took you a minute to realize it was an admiral.
It's half char.
Him and his battalion dead. The droids fine. The troopers gone. You make your way towards the cockpit.
Yep.
There's nobody on this ship. They all stepped outside. Because you didn't have the turrets pointed at the ship, they didn't think anything was wrong until the turrets swept around and killed them.
Good news. We have a really cool ship. I will start to work on the ship. On getting it ready to go, make sure that there's disabling any tracking software,
So you're
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Flash the transponder.
You're gonna
Yep.
basically spend the next round fucking with the ship. This round
Yep.
you spent getting into it.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Next PC slot.
Now, if nobody else is super inclined and Jash was the first to move, he's
Who's
going up
best at-
top.
Who's best at handling being shot at?
I mean, Evelsia will go if you're okay with it.
Okay. Yeah, no, if Vazi wants to go first, that's fine. Actually, no, he would not be fine actually on that.
Okay.
He'll have a moment of hesitation though. So yeah, you've got the window if you want to take it. Absolutely.
Okay. She'll go in swinging.
Well, so it's a maneuver to get up. So you get
Mhm.
up the ladder. It would be 2 maneuvers to get over to the crowd of 5, and 1 maneuver to get over to the crowd of 7.
Okay. Well, she will make her way over there.
Okay.
With her warblade out.
I should probably get that.
Am I able to make it over there this turn?
To which one? To the larger group?
Yes.
Yes, you can get over there this turn. So you'll have to take 2 strain to make the second maneuver. To get over there.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, you can get over there.
Do I have an action my turn, or is that it?
Yeah, you saw an action. What are you doing?
Oh, okay. Then she will plunge her warblade into the closest one to her.
All right, gotta make an attack roll. It's going to be. Sorry, I'm trying to very rapidly manufacture a minion group that I thought I had, but apparently I didn't. Add character. Imperial. You are an NPC sheet. Congratulations.
You've been demoted.
What is my purpose? Your purpose is to die.
Purpose is to pass the salt. Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right. There are. Say there are. Say you are currently a minion group. There's 7 of them. There are 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 4. All right. So yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll. It's going to be regular difficulty 2.
You said there's 7, but there's 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 4. That's 10.
Sorry. 2 group.
One group of 3 and one of 4.
1 group of 3 and 1 group of 4. Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, it's all good. Just wanted to make sure.
Me brain no good.
There you go.
Shit. I think
That's a
dead.
lot of successes and a
Uh,
triumph.
All right. So let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus a triumph for a crit, presumably. Unless there's something else you want to spend it on.
Yeah, no, I want to crit.
So yeah, so you just run up and you run up to the closest batch of them and just. Oh wait, no, that's not piercing. It's your warblade. No pierce. They get their soak. So actually, you only kill one. As you just cut through one of the battle droids. The remaining 6 turn to look at you.
Which is when Jash runs up and also takes 2 strain to get to that group too, if possible.
Oh, hang on. Well, let me push the thing real quick. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take 2 strain to get up there.
Okay. And he also will try and attack them. Diff 2.
Diff 2.
Just standard.
Standard diff 2.
So 12 damage with breach. And is there much point to critting minion groups?
It'll kill one of them. Critting a minion basically just insta kills one of them.
Okay. And then he'll use the extra 2 to recover that strain.
All right. So yeah, so because you have breach, you kill with the 12 damage and the 1 crit, you kill 3 of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because Avasia also crit that have also killed the second one. Or was it just the damage of the 1 strike wasn't enough to kill it without the crit?
Yeah, without the crit, the damage of the 1 strike wasn't enough to kill it because of their soak. Because the warblade doesn't have any pierce or sunder. All right, so that makes it another PC slot. So now it's just the group of 4 over there.
Sure. Let's do it. Quick question.
Yes.
The group that was looking over the ladder, they're really close to the edge, right?
Yes, they are 2 maneuvers away from where you get up the ladder, though.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get up the ladder and then they're medium range, the ones by the ladder, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you spin a maneuver to get up the
gonna-
ladder.
Yep.
You revel for a moment that you can climb ladders.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And then I'm gonna fire at them with my blasters. Let's do it.
Are you shooting with both?
Yes.
All right, so you are going to be 2-weapon fighting, which means they're using the same weapon, so it's the same attack roll.
Yep.
And it only takes 1 advantage to trigger your linked quality, but it is linked once, so you only get to trigger it once. So the ones by the
It's not. You said it wasn't actually linked.
Paired.
It was.
It is
Paired.
They are paired. When
Okay.
you fire, when you use 2-weapon fighting, they gain the linked quality for that attack.
Okay.
So you can spend the advantage to hit with the other weapon.
All right. Well, we're just gonna try it. I get a boost on these because it's accurate. Here we go. What's the difficulty 2?
Yeah. No, sorry. You're in medium range, so
Yep.
difficulty 3.
They are a medium range weapon.
Yeah. That just means that you
Okay.
can't fire them in long range.
Got it. Okay.
Range bands have difficulties assigned to them for range attacks.
Yes.
All right.
Short
cool.
range is close. Engaged is 2. Short is 1. Medium. So medium is actually 2. So never mind. Difficulty 2.
2. Okay.
Sorry, short is 1. Medium's 2. Long is 3. Extreme is 4.
Okay. Cool. Here we go. It didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything?
Because you rolled the modifications.
Oops. I don't. You click on the weapon.
Do you have a skill assigned to the weapon?
Yes, ranged light. Don't know why it didn't. Let me try it again. Nope.
Yeah, you've got a script fucked up somewhere.
Here, let me look at your
Yeah.
Let me look at your sheet here. Series combat.
It's just showing the
Not actually a DE17 hand blaster.
That is what you said it
I
was.
mean, that's the mechanically yes, but
Yes,
that's not
I
the
know,
name
but
of the
that's-
weapon.
So that's why I put it in there so I could find it again. It's something.
So paired is actually I think that might be
Alrighty.
what.
There you go.
Hey.
I think there was just too much information in the qualities, and so
Okay.
I was trying to put because whatever's in qualities actually shows up in that text box, and that
Okay.
was breaking the code.
All right. I broke it. It's fixed now. Okay. So I hit.
Yeah, so you hit, and you can spend that one advantage to hit a second time. So
Yep.
you
I.
fire twice, doing 7 damage and then 7 damage
Yep.
to one of the targets.
Yep.
So some of that twice. Okay. So 10 damage. Oh, hang on. Sorry, you were firing at the group of 5, not the other ones.
Yes.
So actually, they have range defense of 1, so you actually need to add a setback die to that. Sorry, I was.
Oh, okay.
They're different stat blocks,
Oh.
but you can roll it this time.
Okay.
Go ahead and set a setback die and fire.
Okay. That does not hit.
Setback die didn't even do anything. So it's sorry. So rolling that back, you fire twice, and they just sort of go wide. Still getting used to aiming in this new body.
Yep. Okay.
It's
That's my turn.
now an NPC turn. The group of 4 that are next to Avasia and Jash.
Are all dead?
No, you killed one group of 3.
Oh, okay. I thought I killed 3 and she killed 1, which would have eliminated the group of 4. My mistake.
There were 7.
Mm-hmm.
She eliminated 1, you eliminated 3, which means you cut down 3 of the regular ones. You cut down the one group of 3 and one of the other group. So
Okay, gotcha.
There's a group of 3 left, technically.
Gotcha.
They step back, using their maneuver to move into short range. Aim at Vasia and fire.
Vasia, do you have any range defense?
Because she is the
Don't think
she
I
is the
do, but
less
I'm gonna
armored.
check.
She is the less armored of the two of you.
Rude.
It's funny because she's also wearing the Beskargan.
Yeah,
No,
So-
wait, no. Jash is wearing. Wait, is Jash?
No.
No, Jash
No.
is not wearing the best gargan.
I am.
Jash kept his laminate armor because it's better.
No.
Yeah.
In that case, they're aiming at Jash. Sorry,
Okay.
For some reason, I thought that Jash was wearing the Beskargum. They're aiming at the one that's less that looks less armored.
Okay. I have 1 ranged defense, so they all get a setback.
I thought Jash got the Mandalorian armor.
No, it was offered to him, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good." Because he's just that extra.
Well, let's hope it doesn't bite you in the.
And we'll find out. I'm built to have things bite me in the ass and still be okay most of the time.
1 setback die from you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a dark side.
Hell yeah. Do it.
Why can't? Also, I want to murder you. With
Reasonable.
Oh, also, I need to hang on. Before I do that, I need to actually give this group an initiative.
Do you though?
I do.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What if you just didn't?
I mean, I could, but no.
See?
Oh, look, that initiative roll actually goes right in here, so that's perfect timing.
Hey. Synchronous, almost.
1 upgrade. Fire. Oh, look.
Kaboom.
So they are going to crit you.
Okay.
Actually, no, they're not going to crit you. They're going to use that triumph to activate their linked quality. So they are going to do 12 damage to you twice.
Okay. So that's 8 damage twice after soak.
As just a flurry of blaster bolts rain down on Jash.
Okay. He is going to reflect one of those.
All right.
So he'll reduce one of those hits by 7 and one of them by
reflect
4.
would apply before soak, correct?
Yes.
So you're reflecting 12 before your soak.
Reflect just reduces the damage.
Yeah.
It basically increases your soak temporarily if you want to do the math like that.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, you do that.
So basically, I soak 7 of one of them and 4 of the other one.
Okay.
So which
The
means
difference being you can reflect
and
something even if it would pierce your armor.
Yeah.
Right. I've got 5 and 8, which is 13. Ouch. Okay. That hurts. But they didn't crit me.
They just shot you twice.
They just shot me a lot. Okay.
All right. Now, the other droid's turn. They turn. They see 3 enemies. The first one fires at Nerees.
Okay.
Nerees, do you have any range defense?
Yes, 1.
Actually, it's a maneuver into short range. And then fire. So that's 13 damage.
Okay. I also have reflect.
Okay.
So 3 strain, 2 plus ranks in reflect. So
how many?
-3, so 10. I take.
Yeah.
And then your soak applies.
Yeah. 10. And that's 3 strain. $10, soak 5, so 5. Okay.
Reflect some of it, but still take some of the day.
Yep.
And then the next one moves into short range, judges its targets, decides to focus fire, fires at Nerees.
Shit. Can I reflect twice in a turn?
Yes,
never
you can
mind.
reflect every attack, but that one misses.
Okay,
misses
cool.
You can reflect until you run out of strain.
Okay.
Basically.
You reflected that
Got
one
it.
too. You just didn't have to take strain to do so. Next one moves up, focuses fire on Nerees.
Jesus.
They're droids. They have very sort of linear program thinking. So it's gonna be 12 damage.
Okay. -3, 9, 4. I'm still up.
So you remember to add the strain. You take the strain every time you
Yep.
reflect. And now
That's fine.
it's a PC's turn.
I'm
Okay.
the only one left.
Go, Corsair.
So if I use a maneuver to get up the ladder, what does the positioning look like at this point? Because one group backed off and another group moved forward to get into short with Nerys.
Yeah. So it would be a maneuver. It would be 2 maneuvers to get to the group that was shooting at Jash, and 1 maneuver to get to one of the 3 that are firing at Nerys.
Cool. So I'll take 2 strain and get up to the ones that are firing at Nerys and then attack.
So these are individual ones. These are a minion group. So which one are you attacking? Just any one of them, or the one that Nerys is shooting at?
Did Nerys hit the one that
No,
they were shooting
Nerys
at?
missed.
No, I missed.
Then yeah, I'll go for that one.
So 2 setback dice because they have melee armor, melee defense of 2.
Cool. Difficulty of 2.
Yeah, difficulty 2.
I will 2F and fight with my gauntlet Shoto. Which will up the difficulty to 3, but grant me linked with the gauntlet Shoto.
All right, 2 up and fighting also ups your difficulty. That should have been a difficulty 3 shot. Well, I mean, missed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Blam! I miss. Because
got a
every
hell
single
of a-
difficulty die rolled nothing but failures.
But you got a hell of a lot of things to set up the next people.
As
for.
you thrust in with the lightsaber, it's been firing the blasters out of its like right hand arm. As you thrust in with the lightsaber, the left hand of this droid just reaches up and grabs it, and there is this electrical crackling sound coming off of the arm as it grabs the lightsaber and throws it to the side. Like sort of grabs the actual blade and deflects it to the side.
Well, I'm engaged with it now, so I will spend 2 of those advantages to get that strain back. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give 4 boost die to whoever's up next. On our side.
Your NPC thing. All right, NPC turn. So one of the other droids moves up to melee with Corsair, and its left arm sort of like, you see several bits of the left arm sort of disengage as it lengthens, and this sort of like stun club-esque fist just lashes out at you.
My melee defense is 4.
Jesus.
This is what I do.
Yep.
The frustrating thing is, even if I hadn't been dual wielding and hadn't upped the difficulty on that attack, it still would have missed because both the first 2 rolled double failures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm flipping a dark side.
Okay.
I need to remember weapon qualities. Pierce 2.
It doesn't matter what they do because I parry it and it does no damage to me.
How much damage does your parry reduce?
7.
Hmm.
And if I recall correctly, you don't actually qualify as a hit if you parry the damage to none.
It's true, you don't. Unless the Triumph does something different. Take a look at Triumph.
And I know that you can't crit someone unless you actually
You
deal
have to
damage
actually
to them.
hit them to crit. Okay. Do something vital, such as tuning the controls of the nearby master.
They just happen to hit something structurally integral to the platform, and it's all coming down.
Good idea.
Look, I'm trying to think what is the worst thing you can do that is not actually critting a player character, since you can't do that specifically.
Can't disable a piece of gear that you're having. Can't disable you or the piece of gear because you deflected all the damage. Ooh, I can force you to drop a melee or ranged weapon you're wielding. So as you go to parry, you manage to block the attack, but the electrified fist hits square in the crossguard, and you aren't strong enough to keep hold of it. So it just flies out of your hand as this droid basically uppercuts your lightsaber out of your hand.
It's cool.
Ooh.
The other one's attached to my arm. You can't get rid of it.
I mean, they can.
Yeah, they just have to take
means
the
you
arm
lose
with.
your arm.
I was gonna say, Josh knows how that goes.
So that lightsaber is now over by Nereus' feet.
Hey, Nereus, free lightsaber.
The next one steps up.
After the fight, Nereus is like, "No, I found it. It's mine."
Good thing Crack's not here.
My melee defense without the crossguard saber goes down to 1.
Oh yeah.
Putting on the dark side to upgrade their attack.
I parry it.
You have to roll more than one success, dude. Come on.
Yep. Hey, now they're doing their best.
Lightsaber goes out. Second one comes in. No.
What do I do with 4 advantage?
My concern is, eventually, John's just gonna be like, "Fine, I'm gonna overstack these motherfuckers," and that'll be fine for Courserath.
But the
And then
rest
everyone
of
else
us,
will die. Yeah. That's the problem with being like hyper tuned to one particular fight, is that when someone challenges you in that, everyone else gets washed away.
All right. So, he's got 5 advantages. I have to spend them on something.
you can spend advantages to like inflict strain on your enemy.
Yeah,
or...
I'm gonna say that you parry that. You parry that, but because you have to parry with the gauntlet arm, the arm just smashes into your arm so hard you feel something break or like fracture, and all 5 of that goes as strain to you.
Cool. I'm gonna flip one of our light side as an incidental out of turn and regain all 5 of that strain.
There you go.
As he elbow checks Courserath in the face, and Courserath's like head jerks to the side, and he's still got the fist on with the gauntlet Shoto, and he just turns and looks back at them.
All right.
Because the ability's name is Intense Presence, so it's just sort of that like
That
you
seems
fucked up.
appropriate.
And top of the round, PC action. SD, you gonna continue fucking with the ship?
I am, however, I will go ahead and do that last action because I don't think that needs to happen on a particularly accelerated timetable
All right.
at the
Who
moment.
wants to take the first PC action?
Josh would like to try and clear out this group as much as possible.
Go ahead.
All right.
What's the action economy on the move force power? It doesn't say whether it's an action or a maneuver, I don't think.
Probably an action.
The use force action is an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
They moved one range band away to short range,
Correct.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one maneuver to close
One
back to
maneuver to
melee with them
close, yep.
to put him engaged. Okay. He's going to take 2 strain to perform a secondary maneuver to aim, give himself a boost die. And let's see. And he's going to upgrade once. He's going to use the light side. We've still got 1 left.
Go ahead.
That's enough. 11 damage with breach and a crit.
So you cut through 2
With
of
vicious 2.
them. You cut through 2 of them. There's now 1 left.
All right. There's 1 left.
PC's
And he'll
left.
just turn
All right.
Right, and he'll just kind of step to the side, just briefly, saber in a defensive stance. Avazia, all yours.
Avasia.
Azia will nod, and I'm gonna switch over to the saber for this. How many of these guys are left?
One
Alright.
one of the minion group. There's still all 5 of the other battle droids.
Let's kill him. 4 successes.
Cut him through. All the minions are now dead.
Are there any more of them left?
I mean, there's the
Or is
5.
this
There's
everybody?
the
There are
5
5.
other battle droids. Yes.
Okay. Where are they?
Over by Corsarath, currently punching him.
All right. Avazi is going to start making her way over there.
But you had to maneuver it up to get to the other ones, and you used your action, so you're going to take 2 strain and maneuver again.
I will.
All right, so you maneuver over, and that makes it the next PC slot.
Cool. Is object interaction a maneuver or just a thing you can do once per turn? I don't remember.
Maneuver. Interacting with an object is maneuver.
Cool.
I think. Yeah.
So first, I'm gonna stab this
interact with
droid.
the environment.
First, you're gonna what?
First, I'm gonna stab this droid.
All right, with your shoto.
Yes. My
2,
gauntlet shoto.
2 setback for the melee.
Back to difficulty 2 though, because I'm no longer 2-up in fighting.
And yeah, I'm gonna spend a dark side to upgrade the difficulty on that.
Okay.
Glad to see
Cool.
that I did nothing.
So I'm going to. How many do I have there? I have 5. I'm going to spend 3 of that to regain strain, and the remaining 2 to disorient the thing.
All right, let's disorient. Weapon quality. Where are you, weapon quality?
Weapon with disorient can daze an opponent. When disorient is triggered, the target is disoriented. See page 224 for a number of rounds equal to the weapon's disorient rating. A disoriented target adds a setback die to all skill checks he performs, which includes combat skill checks.
All right, so another setback die on that one. Last PC's or not last PC.
I'm not done yet.
Go ahead.
I use 1 maneuver to walk over to my lightsaber, and I take 2 strain for another maneuver to pick it up.
Okay.
So now that I have it back again.
And now you're back in short range. Next PC slot. Aries.
Yes, I would like to. Can I use heal on myself? It is with an engaged living creature, including user. This is
You are technically not a living creature.
okay. Shit. All right then.
You are a ghost.
Cool.
You're a literal ghost in the shell.
Yep.
Ghost in a machine.
Okay, in that case, hang on. Looking at a thing. Healing trance, it has to be a full encounter. That's not enough time for that. Okay. How many of there's still 5 of them around me, or did
There are 5 of them in short range from you.
Corsarath got? Did Corsarath
Corsarath
get
did
any
not
of
kill
them?
any of them, no.
Okay.
No, I did 6 damage to it, but it's not dead yet.
Are they all within engaged range of each other? Is the question.
Yes, they are all engaged within engaged range of each other and Avasia.
Okay. Well, I can't heal myself, so I'm gonna step up and try and carve through them.
There you go.
Yup. With my lightsaber. And I am going to be doing a thing. Hang on, sorry. This is confusing, and I have to check. I'm gonna be using. Oh goodness, flow or ebb? Which one would be better? Probably flow. Yeah. So I'm going to use Do. Yep. Okay. I'm going to use flow. I'm going to use both of my force die on that. Let's see how it goes. Difficulty 2.
Yes, because you're melee. Difficulty 2 with 2 setback dice.
2 setback.
Mhm.
Okay, fine. And lightsaber. Here we go. Hey.
Didn't roll the weapon, but what's the damage of your lightsaber?
Sorry. Should I re-roll it?
I mean, no, it's fine. You can keep the roll. I just need to know what the
Okay.
damage and crit rating of your
7.
lightsaber is.
Sorry. I
Right.
don't attack very much, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not 7. Sorry, that's the blaster. 8.
Oh, 9.
Reach and sunder.
Yes. So you kill one of them. Or actually, are you attacking the same one that Corserath was attacking?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, that one's dead. A 4.
Every time you say that you're using flow, by the way, I expect you to start dropping rhymes about the force.
Right, exactly. Yep. Mhm.
I just say that, that's not very nice. You should take her out to dinner first.
And I'm gonna use my.
She's always trying to sell you on
lightsaber.
car insurance, though.
Good job. Don't begrudge her means of survival in this capitalist hellscape that we call America.
I'm pretty sure flow's fine.
I
Actually, this is
I
a
have
question.
a feeling.
have a feeling.
Do I have to decide before
That the
whether
face
it's
of
ebb or
the-
flow or not?
Did you decide before what?
Before I make the roll
Yes.
on the attack. Okay.
So you had decided on flow previously. So.
Okay. Yep. Flow.
You can't go, I'm going to heal. Oh, wait, I rolled all dark. I'm going to harm. No, it doesn't work.
Okay. I didn't know because
Yeah.
this is a different thing.
It's
than
the same. It's the same
harm.
principle, though. Whenever
Okay.
whenever force power
Gotcha.
has 2 effects it can do, you pick the effect you're trying to do.
Okay.
So is that the end of your turn?
No. I'm still deciding what I'm using the force on. Sorry.
Doesn't flow just add successes to your attack if you succeed?
Successes or advantages, and I can possibly help Corserath in here.
The next person to go is going to be
SD?
Esty. Yeah, I can't affect Esty's too far away.
With one advantage, you can boost the ability of the next person to go. Which in this case would be SD.
Sure.
Yeah, it takes 2 advantages to give it to a specific character.
Yep, I'll do that then.
All right, so you spin that light side, get a boost, or give a boost die to SD next action.
Yep, you've got a boost. Congrats.
All right, Droid's
Cool.
turns. Oh look, there are people in melee.
You said I get a strain?
No,
Or no.
you spent the light side for it.
Okay.
What's your melee defense, Neres?
A1. I just got this body.
Cool.
It's new.
Well, first one.
Not
The
anymore.
first one was blocked. The second one wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 5 damage.
Okay.
We are going to trigger that crit. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll a critical injury for me.
Okay. 5 damage. I soak it all. Critical injury. I never healed that one. Okay. All right. Yep.
All right, so you just
That's
you
fine.
you don't really take any damage, but it does rock your head a little bit with the
Got
punch.
brained.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 attacked you. 2 are attacking Avasia. Avasia, what's your melee defense?
It is
Wait,
2.
should you have a previous critical since you're in a new
Yes.
body? Okay.
I don't know if switching
Yeah,
bodies would
switching
fix that,
bodies would
but-
you'd still carry your critical over mechanically.
Okay. Yeah.
Because technically
yeah,
you
I had
only
a
switched
previous
armor.
one. The oil bath did not fix that, unfortunately.
Those two did that. Sorry, what was your melee defense near Vasia?
2.
So 5 damage, and that's all it can do. Which you probably soak all of it, but
Almost.
oh wait, no,
all.
sorry. Pierce 2. So actually, Nere's their fists do pierce 2. So do you soak all of that with the piercing? Pierce 2 reduces your soak by 2.
That brings me exactly to my wound threshold.
You're not over yet, so
Yeah, I'm at 11 with
So-
Pierce 2.
So they hit you, and there's just like sort of there's a
Oh wait. No, they wouldn't. Because I use reflect then.
reflect is for range attacks, not melee.
Oh, these are melee. Never
Yeah,
mind.
has to be
I'm at
parry
11.
for.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
at 11 out of 11 wounds.
yeah they're punching you.
Oh dear.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah, 5 pierce 2. Do you soak all of that or no, Avasia?
I soak almost all of it.
Okay, so and the other one misses, which makes it the last PC slot. SD.
Got a boost die.
I know this is thrilling moments.
James Bond music is playing in the background.
All right.
Ba-da, ba-da.
Where'd this jazz band come from? Sorry, where'd this jazz band come from?
Well, no, aren't I pretty much
Fuck you.
doing? Didn't we already decide pretty much what I'm assuming. Oh, can I see what's going on outside?
Yeah, you get up to the
Where I'm at.
cockpit, and the cockpit is like looking at where they're at, so you're just like watching this fight happen.
Does this ship have weapons?
Yes, it does.
it'd be a gunnery check to fire them, though.
Also, be dangerous for your allies who are engaged.
Yeah.
But if you want to turn Nere's and Nervasia into a smoking crater, feel free. Ship scale weapons do a lot of damage to people.
Yeah. I will step up. I will start the engine, so to speak, just to confuse the hopefully. Probably won't, but I mean it's the best thing I can do. Hopefully, like confuse the droids, like, wait, why is our ship taking off? Because
Okay.
all these people should know this is gonna happen.
Okay,
The
okay.
droids won't.
Your plan is to confuse the battle droids by turning on the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, you do so. You turn on the ship. You feel the engines thrumming to life. So it feels like a fairly powerful ship. Like as you're sort of like at the controls and sort of feeling the engines kick on and everything. Like you feel like the more than just the interior was modified on this particular shuttle.
Cool. And then I'll take off and leave them all there. No, I'm kidding.
That tracks.
Middle finger out the window. Bye.
Good luck. I hope you make it.
I got a new ship. And Admiral credentials.
Ship gets shot down because the admiral isn't on board.
We've seen how that sort of thing goes in the Star Wars universe. They don't require verbal or visual thing. They just need the code, which is in the ship.
No, it's in the code cylinder on the corpse outside the ship.
Who has been fried to a fucking crisp.
Whether or not
I
it still
mean-
works is anybody's guess. Anyway,
Well, fuck him for taking his codes with him.
all right, top of the round, PC slot.
I would like to murder one of these things
Cool.
now that I've got my lightsaber back.
Sweet, Nereus goes first. Go ahead, William.
So I will move up. Take how many of these melee droids are still standing?
4.
4. Cool. I will do the thing again. I will 2-weapon fight on one of these.
Setback 2.
2 setbacks. Are you spending any dark side on me?
Yeah. Just want to make that even.
Cool.
Upgrade the difficulty.
Slam. Well, the difficulty upgrade definitely caused an issue.
Well, you came to slam. Unfortunately, you only jammed. Next PC slot.
I'm gonna spend those to I'm gonna regain some strain because I'm probably gonna need it when they start swinging at me.
Yeah, you swing out that again. That electrified armored arm just bats the lightsaber away. Next PC slot.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to try and murder them. I don't
Yeah,
like
no,
this.
go ahead.
Okay.
Time for some
Yep.
good old fashioned droid on droid violence.
Yep.
Rock'em sock'em robots.
If you hit him in the chin, it pops up.
This time I'm gonna use Ebb.
I'm gonna do that. Like
FYI.
during the droid game, I'm gonna make it just like at some point, it's just gonna hit it in the chin, ting, and then like that's what the disorient effect will do to my droid.
and the arms just keep going.
Yeah.
What's disorient doing again?
Disorient gives them setback dice.
I want to make a
No, it just removes all boost die from me.
Oh, okay.
yeah, the critical injury that.
That's
Oh,
fine.
oh, oh, oh.
That's good. That's just fine.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
make a battle droid that just has one really big fist.
Right.
Just-
Hey, that is 8 damage, breach, sunder, etc., etc.
What are you spending that dark side on? Because you're using Ebb.
Let's look and see.
First, you have to take a
what-
point of conflict to do so, if you want to.
I might. Let me see. I think I'm probably going to, yes. Because that is gonna do some stuff to them. I'm Ebb, which
What book is Ebb and Flow in again?
it is from Disciples of Harmony, page 31. I'm going to made by engaged opponents until the end of next turn.
Oh, actually, you don't even have to inflict dark side for Ebb. You can just use any.
Oh yeah, you can just use those.
No,
Yeah, I don't. It's not.
You do suffer one strain when you do it.
Yeah, that's fine. I got strain.
I like how Ebb doesn't care if they're friendly. It just inflicts a strain on all other engaged
All other
characters.
characters. So this
Which
is
would
what
include
Avasia
Corsorath.
is-
It would
Yeah.
include Corsorath and Avasia.
Okay. You're also yeah.
Except it doesn't on me because of my
actually-
Magus ability.
Oh, okay. Well,
My Magus
anyway.
ability reduces all involuntary strain suffered by one, so I would just not take it.
I mean, but
Okay.
it all
I-
happens at once, so you just you would
Yep.
receive one less if she spent
They're
2.
all engaged with me. I'm going to spend a force to exclude 2 targets from being effective. So that's Corsorath and Avasia. I'm going to spend the other 2 to add 2 failures to all of the other droids.
Until the end of the next turn. Okay.
Yep.
So you take 3 strain
Okay.
plus another point of conflict for the dark side.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And a strain to use the dark side. So you take 4 strain
I'm good.
over the course of this action. And you
I'm
add,
close,
and you
but it's fine.
add an automatic failure to all of the opponents.
Yep. 2 auto failures.
Though
Nice.
actually, for whatever it's worth, you don't have to spend the point to exclude the other targets from it for that one because that one specifically calls out opponents.
Oh, okay.
You would only have to spend a force point to exclude the base force power, which is all engaged.
Got it. Well, in that case, I would like to use the other force to have 3 failures.
All right, 3 failures on all of their next checks.
So
Is that a
basically,
failure
you
or a
just
threat?
Nope, it's failure.
Failure.
Knock down one more control band.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Yep. So basically, Neri's just cast mass bad luck on
Yeah.
all the enemies. Very nice.
Yeah.
Next PC slot.
That's pretty awesome. Jash will run in there.
Do they even suffer strain for that? Because I think the strain only comes from using the base power.
Strain, yeah, is the base power. But I'm gonna do it for threat instead of strain because I think the rest of you can take them out. I just don't want them to be able to take me out.
That's very valid, I would say. All right, Jash is going to run in there and swing. Just whoever's closest to Neres. He will suffer 2 strain for another aim. Neres, did you spend those 2 advantages on anything?
Oh, I did not. Thank you.
Can I have them as boost dice?
Yeah, go
Or do
for
you
it.
need to recover strain?
I don't think. Well, it might be useful. No, you go for it.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'll have 3 boost dice and boop. Holy God.
Oh,
So I think you have to get the strain when you use those, just because of the way the mastery is worded. Because you can't use the base power more than once, but you can use the control upgrades more than once. And the mastery power says that if you suffer at least 5 strain from a single use of this power, which means that you would have to suffer strain by using the parts of it that are tagged more than once.
No, that's what the strength upgrade is for.
are you talking about my thing? I'm not sure what's happening.
May spend to increase the strain healed. Oh, okay, I see. That's what the strength upgrade is for. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind.
All right. So I like to think that Jash runs in, tries to exploit an opening, slips on a piece of blum fruit that was just overlooked before now, and sitting on this landing platform, and smashes into the droids at their knees or something.
Just face.
But anyway,
so yeah, with the failure and all the advantages, I'll say that you actually you don't slip on necessarily a piece of fruit, but you do see sort of out of the corner of your eyes, you see 102 coming out of one of the towers, safe and alive, and that distracts you just enough that you miss.
I'll use 2 of those advantages to to knock my strain back down to 0, and I will pass 5 boost along to whoever of my allies makes the next check.
Nice.
Speaking of whom,
Which is Zavazia.
PC slot.
Vazia will take that.
You've got a ridiculous amount of blue dice.
Hey, how many exactly?
5.
All right.
Excited for the
Kill
wall.
him.
This fight with just these melee droids has been a comedy of errors. Like, it's just been misses back and forth.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Got
Hey.
that one, though.
One of them is dead finally.
There are now 3 left.
And you've got a shit ton of advantages to pass along, if you want.
Yeah, no, I will go ahead and pass this on to the next person.
All right, Esty, you're getting a whole bunch of boost die for whatever the
8
fuck you
blue
wanna do.
dice, Esty.
Awesome.
Unless you just don't make a skill check, in which case they pass along to the next person.
Right.
Yep.
No, with 8, I could maybe
Maybe fire the guns.
Guns.
Eight boost die?
kill everyone.
Well, let's see how these 3 comport themselves.
They've got 3 failures
Got
on
3
all of their
failures.
stuff, right? Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
It's possible.
None of you are
Jash is supposed
more
to be
or,
good at shit.
none of you are more or less of a threat than anyone else, than any of the rest of you
Right about
I'm
now.
I am
heavily
less of a
injured.
threat.
that are in melee with them, which is everyone
Heavily
else.
injured. I've got 11 wounds and 13 strain, so it's real bad.
So
Oh Jesus!
all three of them spend a maneuver, and you hear beep beep.
Fuck.
And then they're also just going to spend their turn punching at you.
Okay.
Imperial droids. Actually, no. They're actually going to spend so each one individually. So I'm just going to go through all. This one's going to spend a maneuver to move into short ranged between you and the ship. While there is an ominous beeping happening.
Right.
And they are going to fire.
I think it's like they come up and they just hug you and lock their arms in place.
Beep 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 beep.
That's
take little soldering irons that are in like their wrist, just solder
Weld their
themselves in
arms
place
shut.
around you.
Worst
you need to work.
asshole droids ever.
You have just given the Imperial engineers an idea, Jeremy. Suicide
They have to
droids,
be
but
very
better.
specifically programmed personalities, though.
Suicide bear hug
Because we
droids.
all know that droids will not behave.
Right?
They have the personality of a bear trap. What's your range defense, Nereus?
1.
3 automatic failures. So subtract
Yep.
any number of successes from this by 3. Dark side. Didn't matter. Next one moves into short range. What's your range defense, Josh?
1.
Got some failures.
Would hit, but 3 failures.
Yep.
And what's your ranged defense, Avasia?
0.
It should be 1 because you're wearing
Oh,
the
do
best
I?
card. Also,
Oh,
upgrade.
I forgot about that. Yes, 1 then.
Also upgrade it because Viscargum.
All right. So they move into short range while beeping, and fail to hit any of you.
Do you think it's possible that their aim was thrown off by the imminence of their approaching mortality?
I don't know. How do you think Ebb feels to a droid? Final PC slot, SD.
Okay.
You have
I'm really
8
tempted.
boost die.
I mean, there's a range
really
band of difference
fucking-
between them and us now.
There is.
And you've got a
What the hell? Why
Oh,
not?
God.
This is gonna be great.
So
Yes.
you haven't had a chance to familiarize yourself with the weapon systems thus far, but you can tell that there are 2 different weapon systems on this ship.
Okay.
There are some form, and basically, like they're not like really. They are deviated by like weapon names.
Is there an ion option?
No, there's no ion option.
Damn it.
So give me this will be a difficulty 1 check because you
Okay.
should know this by heart because you are an Imperial spy.
Right.
Give me a warfare check to see if you recognize the names of the weapons.
1.
1
and
success
an
is all you
advantage.
needed. One of them is a turbo laser, and one of them is a missile launcher.
Do not the two
Choose
confuse.
wisely.
I mean,
All right, I know
turbo
that one of
laser is
these is a
obvious.
turbo laser, and I know that the other one is a missile launcher. Which one's which?
all right. Gunnery, I'm assuming difficulty 2.
So
How many
it's gonna
setbacks?
it's gonna be gunnery, but actually the difficulty is based on the size difference because you're trying to hit a small target
Okay, fair.
in close range.
Fair.
So it's actually difficulty 4 gunnery check
Okay.
With 8 boost
8
die.
boost die.
with 8 boost die.
Yep.
This is Jeremy rolling though, so it's either gonna be
Anything
great or
else?
awful.
Yes, I'm going to upgrade your difficulty.
Then I am upgrading back. I was gonna not do that until you did that.
I want all the modifiers on this roll.
I want to see just how big the dice pulls
Oh
get.
God.
It's either going to be great or awful.
I have my mouse pointer over the button, and I'm just trying to convince my fuck it.
Yes.
Hey.
So
That would be, for those listening, 3 successes and like 7 advantages.
Yep. mhm.
So you're just like, Essie, you're in there with like the targeting laser over it. You've never been a gunner in your life. You're
Right?
sweating. And you're just like, I can.
No,
aim.
this is SU. She is overconfident. She is not sweating. She's just like, well, this
That's
can't be that hard.
But then you have a brilliant idea. The ship can move.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
And rather than just firing straight on, you hover to the right, hover a little bit forward, turn the turbo laser, and fire.
Oh, boys.
And so the rest of you just watch as just a barrage of turbo laser fire just annihilates these droids, who then explode because you hit high explosive with the laser beam.
I mean, you're not wrong, but they were going to do that anyways.
Fair.
Like, that's not on me.
Hang on, I need to figure out the
Actually,
stats.
it's literally not on me. It's on y'all.
Hang on, I need to
Right.
figure out the stats of this.
I want it to be a burn explosion just so that Avasi and I are once again not lit on fire while Jash is.
Come here, you.
Sorry, all I heard was I want Josh to get lit on fire, and
All I heard was I want it to be a bird
I mean,
explosion.
that was the
and that was
gist of it. Yes.
like bird explosion. What's a bird
Yep.
explosion?
Feathers everywhere.
I was gonna say it's when a
Feathers,
goose
feathers,
flies into a
feathers.
jet engine.
Feathers, feathers on the side of my face.
Corsairath has a hatred of birds.
I do.
They're always watching.
This bastard flying fuckhawk.
All right. So
Did you just say fuck ock?
fuck hawk, yes. So
Fuck hawk.
fortunately for the platform,
These hawks.
the explosion is not an energy burst. Unfortunately for those of you that are within medium range, it is a flechette burst.
Oh,
Look,
So-
y'all were gonna be fucked up anyways.
There's a burst of shrapnel that explodes from all three of them. You all take
Fuck.
8 damage, pierce 6.
Ow.
I'm out.
Oh,
I
jeez.
assume, because I'm way over.
As 3 times. As all 3 of them
Yeah.
shatter towards you.
Does this qualify as a thing that can be reflected?
Yes, you can
Great.
reflect it because it is physical. They are physical projectiles, and you also can soak them. So,
Okay.
Okay, what was the
That's
damage
my
again?
question.
so 8 damage, pierce 6.
Well, the Pierce 6 kind of means we can't soak them.
Well, okay.
Yeah, if your soak is greater than 6, you get whatever's left.
Okay.
I'm out.
me too.
Yeah.
Now, question: are these three, like
3
individual?
separate, yeah, that you can soak all
Okay,
3.
So the first, but if the first one takes you out, you are then taking crit, correct?
correct. Yes.
Okay, so
Or
I'm
two
taking 2
crits.
crits.
Yep.
Yeah, same. Oh boy.
This is not my fault.
You keep telling yourself that.
No, it 100% is not. They were gonna blow up regardless.
It's true. It's true. You could have done something like, force push them off the ledge or
I don't have that.
tail swipe
Alright.
them off the ledge with the ship.
Am I just rolling a straight crit, or am I adding anything to it?
So you just roll crit twice. Actually,
You,
no,
you'll
yeah.
hit the roll critical button twice because it'll automatically add in
No,
your
no.
first one to the.
So how
second
many of
roll.
you went down on the first hit? 1, 2, 3. Corsairath, how you doing?
I am standing with 1 wound left.
So it's just a
Wow.
burst of shrapnel. And as the smoke clears and Esty in the cockpit, you do like a on your finger. You look over and your allies are all dead.
Well, fuck.
Or at least they're all laying on the ground with bits of metal embedded in them.
You just hear over the intercom, "This is not on me."
Corsarath, you hear over the intercom, "This is not on me."
Like, not through the communicator, through like the ship's intercom, like speaker system.
Very, very Han
Now,
Solo. Very Han Solo.
I hate to make possible problems compound, but so we were all hit with piercing shrapnel.
Mhm.
A lot of us have explosives implanted in our bodies.
Oh.
Is there any interaction there?
They're micro explosives, to be fair.
All three of you make a D100 roll for me.
Okay,
Just thank you for reminding me of that.
no
Fuck.
problem.
I
Actually, all
changed
four.
it.
I got a.
Actually, no, all three.
I got a.
because Nereus doesn't have any. So yeah, just the three.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
I got a 70.
All right.
98.
All right.
It's either really
Question
good or
whether
really
we want
bad.
real high or
One or
real
the
low.
other.
Mhm.
So, of course, Wrath, you as well, because you also got hit with the shrapnel.
You might still be standing, but you did get riddled.
We'll see if you're standing after.
48.
All right.
That's nice in middle of the road.
Avasia, roll one more critical injury.
Oh my god.
As
Okay.
as
Of course, it's high for some reason because you're an asshole.
Ah.
To roll the D10.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's at least appropriate for an explosive going off inside you.
Willpower.
your willpower is affected by your willpower is treated as one lower. What organ exploding would affect your willpower, you think?
That
I don't know.
it sounds like a
I don't
cranial
know
trauma.
human body. Yeah.
TBI, something
Your
like that.
spleen, you just really.
Yeah,
I mean, it might be something where not necessarily any particular organ exploded, but the trauma caused
Yeah.
a major concussion.
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't even think it's that. So yeah, Corsarath, you watch as Avasia on the ground. You hear and one of the bits of shrapnel just erupts out of her side as a small explosion rips out of her side.
Well, not on me.
As one of the embedded explosives goes off. But only one.
Hey, that's one less than you need to get taken out.
I'm standing with two with two wounds, only because of my ranks in toughened.
There you go.
Because I took 15 damage of my 17
So,
wound threshold.
As your Corsarath, as your world begins to come back into focus from the pain that you're in, that's where we're gonna take a break. So if you're watching on Twitch, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, whatever you need to do. We'll be back in just a few minutes. we're back. A dinosaur story. So, not gonna catch me this time.
One day I
We'll wait
will.
for next time.
One
Yeah.
of us will catch you again, John.
Mhm.
They caught me last week, Mara. But it was on Thursday, so.
Yep.
Ah, damn it.
See.
Yep. I got to say that my favorite part of the game was John forgetting to say a dinosaur
Yes.
story. It was amazing.
It did happen.
Right
Literally the
after he
day
said
after
like,
we
the
brought
day
it up here.
before. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
good. Nice. It's very.
Anyway,
Well,
I'm unconscious on a rickety platform.
I'm all about instant
I'm
gratification.
exploding.
Anyways, so yeah, we return to the scene of the crime. Where
Do
SD,
crimes.
where SD did a crime.
Essie did not do a crime.
Wait till Vazzy is
I mean, you
conscious,
did just
ST.
commit Grand Theft Spaceship. Let's be honest. You did, in
Okay.
fact, do a crime.
Let's be clear. As far as anybody outside the Empire is concerned,
So a couple of things that
The
you
hell of a
notice.
conditional.
A couple of things you notice after your crime, SD.
not a crime.
One, a lot of your friends are down. Two,
Right.
102 is okay. He's approaching. He's sort of running up. Three, the platform is beginning to break.
So is this does the ship have a hover mode?
It's hovering right now.
I mean, do I have to stay at the controls?
No, you can set it on. You can like put it in a place and like make it hold more.
So I will move it closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Set
get
it
the ramp
in
up to me
hover.
so I can start shoving people onto
Set
it.
it in the hover, and yeah, extend the the ramp's already extended because I never raised it. But set it in hover and run to the ramp. To
Yeah.
start.
I'm going to start
the-
shoving people onto the ramp.
Yeah, you're noticing that the platform is still like it's at the moment still stable. The blast didn't obliterate it because again it was shrapnel, not energy. But like it's very damaged now on the bit of it that's more over nothing than not.
Right.
So the two of you plus 102 rapidly begin carrying
Quickly.
individuals.
Yep.
I need both of you to make a brawn check when you go to move Nereis.
Oh, good. I'm so that's such my
Like athletics or
athletics. I would assume.
Yeah, athletics difficulty 2.
enhance.
I will, however, use my last stim pack on Avazia.
SE, you go to pick up Nereis, you can't.
Yep.
Nereis is actually heavier now than when she had
Yeah.
a tripod.
Let me see.
Yeah.
You had to choose before now to bulk up, didn't you?
I don't have the enhance upgrade that
If
will
I
give
didn't,
me what
I'd
I
be dead.
actually does enhance.
No, base
do-
power. Base power.
Base power enhance. That's me
enhances-
at athletics. That's right.
Yeah.
Difficulty what?
2.
2.
Do you have any critical injuries that would hinder you here?
Nope.
Okay.
My last critical injury was an until end of encounter thing, and it was not in this fight. Cool. I'm gonna flip a destiny point. Take 2 strain, which I'm gonna have to flip another destiny point so I don't get knocked out by my own strain.
Am I dead?
No, you're fine. You're on.
Fine.
Sorry, Southern.
You're
But you regain 6 wounds because I hit you
Oh,
with a
okay.
stim
still
pack.
unconscious,
Okay.
but you regain 6 wounds. You're no
Okay.
longer.
I feel like we got the organics on the ship immediately because it was just easier.
Oh yeah.
And the quicker we get people on the ship, the better.
So I take 2 strain and I turn those into 2 successes, so I have a success carrying.
You have 1
Nerys.
success, which means you are dragging Nereis up the ramp. 'cause
Yeah,
you
I
can't
drag
pick them
Nerys up the ramp.
Soon as you and Nerys are on, I'm running up, and we are taking off away from here.
102 is also on the ship now because he's not
Yeah.
being left behind.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
absolutely. You're welcome.
And the ramp closes and you lift off. The platform definitely seems like it's holding steady at the moment. But if another
Yeah,
thing lands
I'm
on this, it's going
I'm
away.
so excited. Does it look badly damaged from the outside?
Yes. Like, it's
Okay.
just sort of like scarred and cracked.
Damn it, if only the hunters were like, all right, let's land.
You get the idea that these were the hunters.
As Corserath looks over,
Ah.
were those the Ravagers you were talking about, 102?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad we got to deal with that.
Awesome. Let's I'm assuming as tricked out as this ship is, there is a fucking awesome med bay.
You do a quick inventory, and yes, there is a med bay with a Bacta tank.
Yep.
Cool.
With
I'm gonna
a
shove.
This is an
tank.
admiral ship.
Yeah,
It has
it's
all the conveniences.
It's a back to tank, so I'm gonna shove the one who is more injured and AKA did not just get a stim pack into it.
Yep.
So you load Jash into the Bacta tank.
Lord.
Strip his armor off, pull the helmet off, dump him into the water.
Feel like after the last, week in setting, Jash's blue fur, there's starting to be a little gray around the edges.
Just don't have fur.
Hair.
Hair, whatever. He's got dark blue hair.
It's not werewolf yet.
No, that's true.
No, now I am definitely going to have a werewolf that has had spiritually attuned dye in their hair,
You can do that.
so that their fur is dyed too when they transform.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the gist of the eye tattoos underneath Ingvar's eyes. They're also present in her werewolf form.
Mm-hmm.
So are Hekau's, but his are there because a spirit burned it into his soul. more than anything else.
Right. I will plot a course towards where we know
Caecilian's hiding.
yeah, Caecilian's spot.
Yeah, you plot a course.
And I'm going to try to do we have we don't have a communicator coordinate for him, do we?
No. Yeah, you are, just as a reminder, you are heading towards a hidden Republic intelligence.
I'm aware. I'm
Right,
aware.
in an imperial
That is
ass
why
shuttle.
I I am just gonna try to send on all rebellion channels that I am potentially aware of, in the hopes that they are monitoring those.
Okay.
To go underneath, not a general send out, because I certainly don't want the Empire to know that one of their ships is. But
Blocked.
yes,
Just like you're trying, sort of intentionally having it reflecting off the massive droids above you, so it doesn't reach anywhere beyond the upper spires.
right.
Okay.
Just saying. This is a message for those in hiding currently. There is an Imperial ship coming your way, but it's friendly. Do not blow us out of the fucking sky. Thank you.
Make a difficulty 1 warfare roll.
Okay.
With 3 boost die because of your profession.
Okay. Yeah, this is important enough to flip a destiny point for, or force point for. Difficulty 1, you said.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, with a triumph, you actually know an old Republic code phrase, not used anymore, but it's known to not be used anymore, both by the Imperials and the Republic, which means it is unique, identifiable, and not actually connected to anybody, Imperial or Republic.
Right.
Which,
perfect,
for your knowledge of Caecilian's history, being a Corellian intelligence officer formerly, is sort of like the perfect key phrase to blast out on all frequencies that doesn't give away what you're doing, who you are, to anybody but him and the Republic spies, basically.
Right.
It's an old code. It's actually a code phrase that was used to signal the evacuation of Republic assets from Corellia when the Sith Empire took over Corellia, which is why you're sort of thinking of it, which is why you're thinking of it. And it's just Quartz Falls. It's just the phrase Quartz Falls.
Okay.
And so you sort of start sending out Quartz Falls as Jash floats in a bacta tank, and
Yep.
Avasia, no longer bleeding out but still unconscious on the floor with this, with this fairly gaping chunk in her side, still fresh and injured. 102 is sort of applying some bandaging to Avasia, has sort of like wrestled Avasia's armor off, and is like bandaging up her side as best he can.
Corsorath, having picked up Avasia's Sith Warblade from where it fell when she fell, and her lightsaber as well, is just sort of sitting on a bench in the med bay with the Warblade like standing up next to him with his arm resting on it, as he's just sort of sitting for a moment and focusing.
And so for the moment, you're just you have the ship basically on autopilot, sort of flying around, or are you manually flying it?
It is on autopilot. I'm actually going to keep it where it is now, so we are not moving, because I'm assuming this is going to be a short ass trip.
It's like you're very close to where they are. You're just not certain 100% where they are.
Yeah. So I'm keeping it so we don't arrive in this condition, and also I can So I will head back. How's everybody?
They'll live.
Good.
102 looks up. Oh, yes. And he reaches into his vest and pulls out a long metal cylinder and sort of holds it towards you. This was on the body of the important one.
Really? Take that.
An Imperial
That'll
code cylinder.
Very handy. Yep. That'll be very handy.
You were in a rush, but I figured it might be useful.
Very much so. Thank you. Oh, dude. This could be our way off this planet. We'll have to be careful.
We only get one shot to try and run that blockade.
Yes. But as long as we've got the correct authorizations, which I would assume that this is, I'll check it out. We can fly right past them. It's a fucking admiral.
that in the Black Pyramid ship would definitely get you past. If it's legit and if it's still functioning. You're going to be sitting there for a couple of hours. How fast does back to tanks heal? Do back to tanks heal?
1 wound an hour, I think.
Yeah,
I forget which book they're in.
I mean,
They're in like all of them.
All the
Yeah.
core
I think.
books. Every core book will have a section on Bacta in the healing section.
Bacta.
Because the like as complex as the Edge of the Empire system is, all 3 of the core books have all the redundant information you need.
1 rune
so you
per
don't
2
need
hours.
you don't need all the core books to play the game.
Yep.
Actually, wait. A wounded character heals at a rate of 1 wound every 2 hours. An incapacitated character heals at a rate of 1 wound every 6 hours.
Okay.
I don't know if we're all...
So you heal once every
yeah.
6
I'm
hours until
incapacitated.
you are no longer incapacitated. Then one every 2 hours.
All 3 of you are incapacitated at the moment.
Cool.
Let's see. How long are you incapacitated for? Incapacitated.
Let me tell you, as long the ability to flip destiny points.
Okay, so actually,
to just
You do need to have tracked your wounds past your threshold, by the way.
Oh.
So for those of you that took
Okay.
additional wounds, go ahead and you can do that
Okay.
math now.
What was
You must heal wounds until your wounds are below your wound threshold before you are no longer incapacitated.
It
So
was real
you
bad.
took 8 damage 3 times, pierce 6.
8 damage, 3 times.
Mm-hmm. So it's 24
Five,
damage
three.
total. No, 24 damage total.
Yeah, that's real bad. I'm at
Unless
-35.
your soak was 7 or
unless you
above.
reflected.
So you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
only
Mhm.
you can so the maximum is twice your wound threshold.
Okay.
So if you
Yeah,
get
I'm
to
at that.
if you get twice your wound threshold, that's where you stop.
Yeah, I'm at
Um,
that. I'm real bad.
I'm trying to see if there's any other effects that happen when you hit that double wound threshold, but I don't think
Like,
there
do you
is.
just die?
Right.
I don't think you do. Nothing set. Not you. Not as far as I can tell. Nothing. There is nothing that kills you except critical injuries.
Pierce.
It's
is
just that
still-
the
we
more
can still
wounds, the
soak
more
that.
wounds you take, the longer it takes you to recover.
Is that how that works? Is Pierce 6? and
Pierce
we
6,
still
which
soak
means
that, or
no. Pierce 6 removes 6 of your soak.
Got it.
But you can
Okay,
still
yeah, yeah.
reflect it, which you did, then you would have reduced it a little bit.
Okay, that was. Well, I could do it the first time probably.
So you would have
'Cause
taken.
I was at
You were taking an extra 3
3.
strain, and we reduced it by 3.
3.
Yeah, it doesn't say that you die at that point, which is where it would say, like in that sentence.
3.
So yeah. It's just you can only be so horrifically injured before you're just never gonna heal, which is why they cap it out at twice your wound threshold.
I do think it's I'm not complaining in this current moment. Just saying, I think it is a little weird how hard it is to kill people in this game.
Well, it
Right.
all
It's really easy to lose an arm.
in the rules for exceeding the wound threshold, it says that usually exceeding your wound threshold entails death, but the individual circumstances of that is up to the GM.
Yeah.
So, my interpretation is that only critical wounds can kill you. But if you start taking wounds when you're at if you start taking more wounds when you're at like double your max wound threshold, bad shit's gonna happen to you regardless of what you roll on the critical injury table.
Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't. I don't see anything about incapacitated. No longer. It
I
doesn't say
just
anything about
barely
healing.
passed because I went to 37 and I have a threshold of 18.
So yeah, you're all
Well, that
so
that line was referenced to NPCs. The being defeated by exceeding their wound threshold usually entails death is reference to non-player characters.
I don't see anything about incapacitated.
when you're
healing.
incapacitated, you're incapacitated until you heal back down to below your wound threshold.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's on page. What page even is that?
So
It's
like
not
even
numbered.
with the stim pack applied to Avasia, she's still out for a while.
page
Mhm.
page 222 has that.
Because like how so
Of the core rules.
what would that have put you at, Avasia? Like how many wounds?
I am right now at 24 out of 17.
So
With the extra 6 that you regained,
Mm-hmm.
you would only have gone up to 24, and then
But
drop
I've
6
only gone-
later.
yeah, because
Yeah.
24
Because you can only go to
Yeah.
twice your wound threshold.
Yeah, 24 is twice your
Twice.
wound threshold.
Twice. No, her wound
No,
threshold
17 is 34,
16.
that's right.
34
Alright,
would be
never mind,
24.
yeah,
Yeah, that would be 34.
Yeah, so never mind. Sorry, math is bad. I was thinking to the other day, has anybody ever had to multiply fractions outside of standardized tests in high school?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Occasionally, not
I
often,
have
but occasionally.
never had.
Depends on your job.
Why did
Yeah,
the two?
it happens.
While I'm wondering, why did the two of you have had to have multiply fractions
I worked
outside
in
of
the lab
standardized
for a
tests?
while.
Percentages.
Okay.
That too.
Statistics.
Statistics, percentages, proportions, especially.
Did you have to do it by
Chemical
hand or did you
equations.
use a calculator?
I did both.
I did both.
Both.
yeah.
It's actually rather either with a calculator or in my head.
I mean, I did. I used the calculator, but I already had it in my head before I got it.
I don't
But yeah,
I don't
there-
do math
there
on
are
paper
great-
anymore
there
unless
are
I
a
absolutely
great
have to.
number of life paths wherein you will not have to do that.
Me.
Correct.
I haven't
Like,
done
I-
it once since high school.
I don't do math on paper anymore unless I absolutely have to. It's always either on a calculator or in my head.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still can't.
because why?
I
The only
When
the only
baking,
reason to
using
do it
baking.
is like if you don't have a calculator with you or you hate yourself.
Or, we certainly don't just carry calculators with us all day, every day.
Right,
You know.
exactly. Like it's for that rare moment of, oh shit, I forgot to charge my phone. It's dead. And now I have to figure out how to multiply fractions.
Yep.
Anyways,
Also, some
Or
of
take a
us,
square
and while
root.
this might be considered, sort of subsection A of doing it for high school or whatever. Some of us have kids that we're teaching math to as well.
Legit.
So you do it again.
my child is 5.
Yeah.
And
We're,
in special
Molly's
and,
not quite to multiplying fractions yet, but she's around the corner.
and he's in the special needs class. And when he begins to come asking me about multiplying fractions, I'm going to tell him to ask his mom. I'll have the talk with you about like various other aspects of growing up. Your mom will handle the math.
We're incapacitated for ages.
Yeah, so you're incapacitated for a while.
We're so incapacitated we've started talking about childhood education.
So 3 days later.
So a few hours later, Josh heals that doesn't even heal one wound yet because it's 6 hours.
He heals one wound every 6 hours until he's back under his wound threshold.
Not even there yet. After a couple of hours, so you have a couple of hours before anything happens for the two of you.
Right.
And for the three of you, they're still conscious.
The two player characters that are still conscious.
Yeah, 2 player characters and
So-
102.
And 102.
This is gonna take a while. We're gonna be here for a while. Do we just want to go?
Actually, you know what?
I'm gonna
Fuck
be inactive
that.
for 5
I know
days.
things.
If you get your healer up, your healer.
Hang on a minute.
Correct.
Fuck.
But I don't know how to do that.
Hang on a minute. Fuck that. I know things.
I drink and know things.
I walk over to Avazia and just start focusing, and I'm gonna keep using heal because I have that force power.
Look at heal.
It doesn't say you can't keep using it.
It doesn't, but I might.
Okay. Fine then.
I am the arbitrator of the rules. This is my job to say, no, you can't. This is not improv. This is a game. You're supposed to yes and as a GM. Fuck you.
No. You are not. Fuck yes, and.
So it specifies that using heal on someone qualifies as one of their stim pack uses, so you can only do it up to 5 times in a 24-hour period.
Okay, so you've already used 1 stim pack. So you can use 4 more. You can use 4 uses of heal on Avasia before you just can't encourage the healing anymore.
And it is 4 successful uses of heal. If I fail to do anything, then I just...
Correct.
Then it doesn't count.
So go ahead and make your rolls.
A failure. Also, don't need any difficulty on this.
Go ahead, spin the dark side, see what happens.
Also, for some reason, because I had in the force, I rolled a force power check while I had force power things in the pool from a skill check. That's why I did that. There we go. So, in 1 use, because I can spend all of this on one use of heal, I heal a number of wounds equal to my intelligence per force point I spend.
Okay.
Which is not very high.
What's your
What's
your intellect?
My intellect is 2, so 8. I heal 8 wounds.
Okay.
For this 1 use.
What does that take you down to, Avasia?
Hold on, I'm mathing. Math is hard. Okay, I'm at 16 out of 17 right now.
So you're awake.
Hey.
So yeah, Avasia, so Corsarath moves over, and you sort of dig into the deepest, darkest recesses of your training to the parts where the torturers on Korriban would, in order to encourage your endurance and make you more malleable, would torment you to within an inch of your life and then repair all the damage they've done to you so they could do it again, over and over and over again. And you go back to that place, to that feeling of the repair, and focus. You're in that dark place, and the first thing you instinctively do is try to harm, but you stop. And you calm yourself. And you push with that positive emotion.
I like the idea that I'm not doing like the traditional Jedi Force heal. I'm literally doing Sith sorcery that is healing.
Yeah. And as you focus, those of you that are watching, you watch Avasia's wounds begin to knit themselves back together as the shards of metal fragmentation drop out. The bloody bandage that 102 has been tying around Avasia's side, you watch the scar tissue begin to scab over. It's not going to go away entirely, but it will no longer be bleeding. And after a few moments, Avasia's eyes flutter open and a gasp brings air back to her lungs. As Avasia, you wake up. You are aching all over. You hurt more than you have ever hurt before.
Hey, girl.
And Corserath, your alignment shifts 10 points towards the light side.
What happened?
Good news. You have one less explosive to get out of you.
Hold still, Corserath says, and he's going to keep doing it until he's burned through all of her stim packs for the day. So 2 more. That's your 3rd stim pack.
So 2 more wounds.
Two more wounds. That's your 4th
wounds.
stim pack. That's a failure. 2 more wounds. That's your final stim pack.
Okay.
So that's another 6
That brings me down to 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
As more and more of those individual cuts and lacerations stitch themselves back together, as Avasia, you feel this warmth unlike anything you've ever felt before. It's not heat. It's not fire or hot temperature. It's this soothing balm that spreads through your body.
She will look at Corserath confused. What are you doing?
Digging up old memories.
Is she starting to feel less sore?
No, like the soreness is there. The pain is lessening.
Okay. She'll reach out for his hand. Thank you.
That's all I can do for you for the day. Rest, you'll need it.
I will.
As he is now much more injured than you are. And he's going to step up over to the back of the tank and reach in and do the same to Jash. And
How many? One stim pack today so far.
You've had 1 stim? Okay,
Yep.
so
4 successful heals.
2 wounds.
Cool.
Nothing. 2 more wounds.
That's 3.
2 more wounds.
Okay.
And 4 more wounds.
Cool.
Where's that
He's
bring
now
you?
27 wounds out of 18. So significant progress. Shaved off quite a number of hours there.
You shaved off a couple days.
Yep.
And I can do it again in 24 hours. So
Yeah, you watch.
Ooh, nice.
It doesn't. Jash remains unconscious, but you watch a number of those wounds heal themselves.
this actually does simulate the long process of a healer just staying with an injured person, slowly recovering their wounds.
This whole process takes roughly 2 hours, as Corserath just focuses and focuses. Avasia took about an hour, and Jash took about another hour.
And it very much like that long healing process. Even with my healing magic, it's going to take time, and I have to keep doing it again until they finally get up.
At roughly that point, Esty, you hear like the ship alert that there's an incoming hail.
I will take a breath, turn around, head up to the cockpit. Answer.
A holographic image of a slightly more tired than the last time you saw him, Cassilian, appears, looks at you. The fuck are you doing in an admiral's shuttle?
Yeah, funny story. We have an admiral ship now.
I see that. How did that happen?
Admiral died.
Which admiral was it?
That's a
You
real
probably
good
check
question.
that
I
code
haven't
cylinder.
checked the
We
personnel
we kind
files.
we kind of shot off his
Yeah.
name tag.
I haven't checked the personnel files yet, but it was the one who was coming down and hunting the Eva Kai.
It was an admiral?
Yep.
Thought it was some bandits. Or some
Nope.
huts. Fuck. That's worse than... Okay. Need to identify that admiral. Also need to get you over here. Alright, we've got your transponder for the ship. Come on in.
All right.
I assume you found my map, otherwise you wouldn't be down here.
Correct.
Come on in, you're not going to get shot down. There is a mostly stable landing pad on top of the building, and we've managed to get power back to the elevator, so you shouldn't have to walk all the way down.
Okay.
And
Sounds
for the-
good. That's a good thing in particular. We have some severely injured people here that are not going to be able to leave. I think I'm going to be honest. We're probably just going to chill here in the ship until everybody's ready to go. But being able to land would be nice.
All right, I'll come up to you then.
All right.
Corsarath will spend the last few moments healing himself for his remaining four stim packs for the day as well. Nothing. Hey! 8 wounds off of me.
So you, before he cuts the comm, Cassilian goes, "Who all is injured?"
Vazia, Jash, and still injured. Vazia, Jash, and fucking everybody but me, basically. But some are worse, in particular Jash and Nerys.
All right.
Corsarath fully heals himself through meditation as Esty is saying this.
We don't have a
I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know that, but
we don't have an engine. We don't have a mechanic, but I'll see what we can scrounge up for Neres. All right, yeah, I'll be up there with personnel. So he just leaves that.
Okay. I'll go. Yeah, I will go and find. So there we're cleared to land. They're gonna come up. I told them we are not leaving this ship until we're ready to leave the ship.
Corsarath stands. Oh, all right then. I'll go meet them.
Avazia will start to stand. with
You
him.
rest.
I'm fine.
You are not.
Listen, I trust. Actually, no, I don't fucking trust any of them. I don't know any of them. You guys know Cassilian. You guys seem to trust them. We don't know who the fuck's with them.
I trust Cassilian. I will meet them.
Yes.
You need to rest. I do not want you anywhere near blaster fire if anyone gets twitchy about a Sith.
Exactly.
Avazia will have this kind of low growl and narrow her eyes at him and then sit back down.
Look, you're hurt. I'm not. I'm pretty sure in this position, I might actually be able to stop you from leaving that door.
I don't know if you would be able to stop her even then. She gets angrier when she's injured.
You would like to try to stop me?
I mean, I'm not saying I'd like to.
As I recall, there was some.
All I have to do is push hard enough, and I give you enough strain that you pass out. Because I don't think you have enough left to stop me.
I'm sitting down. All right. Jeez.
Meanwhile, where's
Rest.
102?
He's like on the floor next to Nereus.
Hey,
Yes.
could you help her?
Pointing at Nereus.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about mechanics, unfortunately. That's
That's one of the other ones.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
It was 13.
That was 13. Okay. Look, you threw a lot of numbers at us,
They don't have names. Weird.
which is fair. Absolutely fair.
What?
I'm having a hard time remembering Caecilian right now.
There.
So,
Weird. An oppressed culture wasn't given names by their oppressors.
Right.
I would hate to see you injured. Just rest. I hate to see you injured more than you already are, I should say.
She's pretty far.
It's pretty fun.
Please don't get yourself killed.
I don't think there's any risk of that right now.
You never know.
No, but that's why I would rather go as the only one, aside from SD, who is uninjured at the moment. Well, I say uninjured, recovered from injury, rather than bring someone else who can be killed.
All right.
So, you move the ship over to the tower where the Republic intelligence cell has relocated. Land on a stable for now landing pad. The building
stable
does.
adjacent.
The building does shake a little as the ship lands. It is a very large ship, and it is not a very stable tower. But it holds. As Korsarath steps out onto the ramp, he is greeted by Caecilian and one other individual, who is sort of like very clearly not a mechanic, but it has some tools and some sort of repair affinity. Caecilian looks at Korsarath, looks him up and down. Nice duds. Let's talk. And as the
Welcome aboard.
as the three of you return back to the ship, that's where we're going to end for this week. We will not, for those watching, we will not be back next week. I am taking the week off because A, it's my vacation, and also because Desert Bus for Hope begins on Friday. For long time watchers of Final Show films, you'll know that every year I take my vacation around this time in order to help out with and support Desert Bus for Hope. Any of you that are watching that are unfamiliar with that, if you go to desertbus.org, you'll find out about the charity event that annually raises money for Child's Play, which is a charity organization that raises money for children's hospitals and women's shelters around the world. They raise money. 100% of the money they raise goes into buying gifts, toys, and video games and supplies for children's hospitals and women's shelters around the world, in order to make particularly children that are in long-term care at hospitals have a slightly better Christmas than they would have otherwise. It sucks to be sick as a kid, particularly around Christmas, particularly if you've been sick for a long time. And long-term care costs a lot of money. So we raise, every year Desert Bus raises money for that cause and hopes to make Christmas a little bit better for people who have it the worst. So if you want to donate, go to desertbus.org. If you want to join us for the event, you can go to desertbus.org. You can also go to twitch.tv/desertbus and youtube.com/desertbus. We raised over $1 million last year, which brought us to over $7 million lifetime. And, we're always hoping to break our record. So tune in for that next week. That's where I'll be. So thank you all for watching, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with more Star Wars Twilight Nights. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.